Hey YouTube, it's Derek with Point Target Solutions, and today I just want to do a quick informal video about the different concealment holsters that I use. Just narrow down to these two guys right here, and so I'm just going to kind of hop right into it. So this is my appendix inside the waistband pick for spring and summertime. This is a Tier 1 concealed Zyphois V2. I didn't always do appendix. I actually started with a Black Point tactical holster at like a 3 o'clock. If you want, I can share some videos about that later. But just as my training progressed and as I continued to do my research, I just found appendix to be so much more efficient in terms of the draw and getting on target much faster. And it was also just easier. And that's just personal preference. That's just what I found in my own training over time. So anyway, this particular model I have is for the P320 carry in the Streamlight TLR7A, which actually happens to be right here. Just some old gas, empty for all those people that think they're going to get shot on the other side of a TV screen. So again, and excellent retention without affecting your draw, and you shouldn't want much more than that when it comes to a holster. Things I really like about this in terms of like features, I love these clips. I don't prefer the loops. Again, personal preference. I just feel like these clips are much more secure. They're easier to take on and off, and I also really like this this belt mount attachment. And so what this does for me is it really pushes the belt away from my body, and it gets more available space to get a positive grip when you're going for your firearm, which is huge, especially for appendix, because getting a positive grip in the beginning, if you're just kind of getting into training and you're starting to dry fire more and more and more, is a challenge. And you got to learn, what angles you need coming at and things of that nature. And that's going to be depending on your body type, what holster you're using, what pistol you're using, and then all those things go into it. So that's my spring and summertime carry. And then for my winter carry and fall and winter, is again, this is my sidecar from Tier 1 Concealed, and this is the Aegis Elite, which basically just means it also opens a weapon light option. I think the Axis Elite is the same thing. It's a sidecar with no weapon light option, and then they have an Axis Slim. And honestly, I'm not sure what the varying difference is between the Aegis Elite and the Axis Slim. If someone knows, you can post it in the comments underneath. So this one is for the same pistol, P320 carry, and I just throw on a Surefire X300 Ultra. Why did I pick this? Because I'm pretty sure I ordered this configuration before the Streamlight TLR7A was even launched. I've had this holster for like a little over 2 years now, and this is the same appendix holster I used in the Kyle Land VTAC Pistol Street Fighter video that I posted. That's my first video I posted. So you can see me using this. I'm drawing from appendix, and those seated, like when I'm shooting out of the cars, that's what I'm using during the concealed portions. I'm also using an outside the waistband rig, which I can do a separate video on if anybody wants. Again, if you want that, throw it down in the comments, and I'll do a review on that. And the reason why I chose this holster over, say, a fixed sidecar is I love the flex here. And that was something that I never liked about other companies that offer a fixed sidecar, which means there's no flex, it's just one piece of Kydex. I've always felt stiff. It wasn't really comfortable for me. Again, personal preference. I also use a lot of these wedge kits, and again, that just helps conceal it better. It's not so much important with this one because again, it's my fall and winter carry, and I'm usually wearing heavy winter coat, things of that nature. So concealing's pretty easy. And also, typically, I'll carry an actual full-size pistol in this holster. Other components of my EDC, especially when it comes to compared with, again, this Zyphois V2, because someone's first question would be like, okay, well then you only have one magazine. Oh, not with the boys over at Neomag. This is a staple in my EDC, and no matter what holster I ever use, I will never not carry a magazine in my pocket with a Neomag clip. In terms of concealment, this thing is quick, efficient, and I've never had a problem with the snagging, and it's just a great, discreet way to carry a second magazine. We're right in your pocket. That's what this clip is for, and they make these for all steel mags, and they also have a Type G they make for Glock mags, because Glock mags are polymer, and this one only has the one magnet because, again, steel is easy, and the Type G new mag clip has two magnets, so it can help get through that polymer. And I also like how they make it in different configurations as well. So this one obviously is a 17+1 magazine, and then they have another Neomag clip with an extended clip. See this one? I'll show the comparison. This one's short. That one has a longer clip to afford for this is a 21 P320 magazine, which depending on the pants I'm wearing, if the pockets are a little deeper, then if I can get away with it, then sure, why would I want to carry 21 rounds as opposed to 17? I feel like that's just common sense stuff. And then what brings it all together, and probably one of the greatest pieces of my EDC that I found so far, is the Nexbelt. Now, what's significant about this belt? Well, I'll let you hear the noise first. Now, what you're hearing is a ratchet system in a belt, and it's just actually an incredible piece of gear. So you can see underneath this belt that there's all these grooves, and that's how the ratchet keeps tension on your belt. And then once you cinch it down to wherever you need it to be, this does not move. It never gets loose. It never wears down. And I've been using this particular belt for probably a little over a year now. And they have a lot of different models too. There's ones that are more dressy. You know, they have like cool belt buckles, they're leather, and they still have this same ratchet system. And they actually recently just came out with an appendix-specific belt, which I would love to get my hands on and try. And, you know, I'll ultimately do a review if that's something you want. If it is, post in the comments because I'll definitely snatch that up. So again, these are just two really solid options for appendix inside the waistband carry. Again, both from Tier 1 concealed. And they, you know, they work for me fantastically, and they really fit my body frame really well. And especially with the use of the wedge kits, which, I mean, I'll give you like a little pro tip. You don't need to spend $15 in a wedge kit. No offense, Tier 1 concealed, but you can go to Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's and just buy a piece of foam and some tape, and you can make your own wedge kits, and you wouldn't have to pay the $16 for these pre-manufactured pieces of foam. So that's just a little inside tip, if that helps anyone. So that's pretty much all I have for this short video. Like I said, it was going to be short and sweet. Those are some of the concealment items that I use outside first aid. I do have some basic first aid pieces that are part of my EDC. If you want, I can do a separate video on that too. I mean, there are hundreds of companies that offer practical EDC first aid gear. We're not talking IFAKs that go on the outside of your belt, because that wouldn't be like really an everyday carry item, because it'd be kind of weird if you had an IFAK on your belt when you just walk around. Yeah, so that's about it. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this video. And if you like what you heard, like what you saw, please like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos or things of that nature, please post in the comments what you'd like to see next. I mean, everyone likes shooting videos, and I got plenty of those. And I got some other classes coming up soon here. I got rifle operator at SIG. I have a 3-day appendix inside the waistband with Scott Jedlinski of Modern Samurai Projects. Excellent, excellent instructor. I took his Red Dot Fundamentals. It was a phenomenal course. It really blew my mind with simple techniques on just how to get to the draw faster, and then his just ability and his wave grip to sink it in, and his 80-20 concept is really incredible stuff, and it's really invaluable. So that was a good course. And then, of course, anything from Viking Tactics, which is that first class, Kyle Lamb, again, invaluable resource. Former Delta Force, also a masterclass shooter. So yeah, again, I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and please like and subscribe, and anything you want to see in the future, please put in the comments.